He's whiny.
Yeah, like he sounds like such a bitch. Okay, now we're recording.
We're so back.
No, we were in the lobby talking about how, the most annoying feature anyone's ever invented was YouTube apps. Like, they redacted the ability for you to have your app close while the video is playing, right? Like, it has to be on. Your screen has to be draining your battery. It was literally like, if you pay us $25 a month, then you can, use 40% less battery while watching YouTube videos because we won't turn your screen on.
Yeah, and there's no, how do you justify? I mean, they don't even know how to justify it, but biggest scam feature of all time.
Yeah, that is so fucked up. That was actually I
refuse to pay them to use YouTube correctly. I hate when it seems to be the modern thing. I blame Apple. I don't know why. I don't think it's warranted, but features that used to just be normal and how the app was used, now I have to pay to just use the shit that I always had, and that makes me really angry.
They're gonna blacklist the podcast, man. If you mention this, they're gonna get on.
Yeah, probably. Honestly,
yeah, you don't want to make enemies with the YouTube cartel. They might.
YouTube cartel does. They're fucking cracked out, dude.
Yeah,
it was so bizarre how nobody ever called them out on that though. That was one of the most egregious. Somebody, I don't know if this is true or not. I can't confirm this. Maybe one day I'll really finally sack up and confirm it for myself. But somebody told me that Grindr actually had a thing where you couldn't turn off the notifications unless you paid for premium Grindr or something like that.
That's crazy.
So, I don't know if that's real. Yeah, but it was you had to live in constant fear of a little gay Grindr notification popping up. And they said that how every other Android notification is gray. They said that the Grindr notifications were orange to make it especially obvious that you're a homo.
You gotta pay to be in the closet. That's so funny.
Yeah,
the DL tax. That's so funny.
Super, super funny.
That's actually brilliant. I actually support that because
if I owned Grindr,
comedy.
I would do that because it's
pure comedy.
Fuck you, dude.
Have you guys ever seen the the Catching Predators? Not the official the TV show, but the guys that do it for fun on YouTube? Or
yes, bro, that's been happening on TikTok. Bro, have you seen the one where the guy he catches predators and then he makes them play a game show?
No, I've never seen that one. No.
Oh, dude, he goes to he sends pictures of himself when he's 15. He gets random curves out to the middle of nowhere, and then he puts them on a game show and they have to answer trivia facts. And he's if you don't, if you win, I'm not gonna call the cops, but I'm posting this on the internet. And if you lose, I'm calling the cops right now.
Yeah.
And if you don't play, I'm calling the cops. And it's pure comedy. It's it is the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And then they're they don't know how to it's funny because they don't know how to behave when they get something right or whatever. So they're they're oh yeah, I got this question right. But then they're wait a second, I'm fucking giving an ultimatum and getting fucking my face plastered on the internet for being a pedo. And they're oh, you could see the conflict in very funny bit.
Dude, one of those channels, he comes out with a video every week. It's shocking how many predators he can catch. It's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
I think it'd be a little more rare than that, but
it's so the numbers I saw online are it's 5%. I think.
Oh Jesus!
That's actually a lot. That's more pedos than gay people by multiples.
Oh jeez. I wonder if those videos are even monetized. I wonder if that's too controversial for them.
Right.
That was a big thing back in the day. They demonetized. Remember that? I don't know.
That's how Brittany Venti got banned recently for posting anti-pedo stuff. So actually, now that we've changed now that I've in the free trial for the whatever, I can't figure out this. The UI changed, so I can't alter my microphone. God damn it! I hate that. It's okay. We'll be all right. Not that it really matters. Anyway, what were we saying? I don't remember. We lost. They put me with their fucking corporate greed. They put me. They changed my vibration frequency.
Who did?
The Zencaster.
Yeah, dude, we're on some. We had to subscribe to, and this is what I was saying earlier, dude. The rising tide is going to gradually drown all of the podcasters who are not making any revenue. Right? If you're not making at least $18 a month, you can't even pay. You can't even pay for the podcasting subscription services here, dude. Like, you're literally, all these guys out here are going to be podcasting for a loss, right? So it's like, what do you even do with that shit?
That's true. That's like the rising tide is going to start drowning people. That's a good point. Fortunately, we're one of the top 20 to 15% of podcasts that has any revenue at all. I actually wonder. I'm actually looking forward to the Spotify year in review because I actually do want to kind of figure out what percentage we are. We might be approaching 10%, which is kind of a shame when you consider we don't make like bajillion dollars. We make like hundreds.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a massive there's a big exponential curve, right? We've got a blow off top looking chart in the total listenerhood versus percentile graph of podcasts out here.
We have to get to like 0.1%, like the top 1% or 0.1% to see those shmoney.
Yeah.
Well, we just got to keep grinding along. We'll get there eventually.
I don't think we're doing too bad, and I think if I
we really aren't.
This is the other thing is now that I don't have like now that I don't have like the formal job shit going on, I feel like I have these like 5 projects that I'm working on, and it literally like as soon as I fucking quit the W-2 shit, the meme of like you have like, oh, all millionaires have like 7 streams of income, like they just started like piling in, and I just have all of these little like side shits now, and it's like, oh my god, I'm a total idiot for not doing this sooner, right? Like I should have. Yeah. I should have just quit. I never should have.
Well, no, you got to remember, you have to you have to get the clout first. That's the thing. So you got the clout, and then off the clout you can float and get the 7 streams of income, like every true millionaire Chad.
I think honestly that I could have just. So like when I got my job, I basically like I had places calling me saying like, oh, we just saw that you graduated, please come work for us. And I just went with the one that was like closest to me. Like it wasn't even like a pain.
One that's really located closest to you.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like I don't really want to move that much. It seems like a huge pain in the ass. I got a bunch of stuff in my apartment, and
that's hilarious.
I was like, am I really gonna move 3 motorcycles, dude? Like that sounds shitty. So I went with the one that was closest, and I just worked there. You know, and I just
crazy,
worked there for like an extended amount of time, really, and never really thought about any of that shit. And then
I cannot believe the job you were just working for is the first job you got out of college, which was located the closest to you.
That's not necessarily true, but
okay, all right. I was about to say,
yeah, there was some hopping around in the interim, I guess, but it was like still in the same area, and I don't know. I definitely like I should have just like missed that phone call. I also remember specifically, like I was going out to the gun range with my girlfriend at the time, and I got a call asking about that stuff. And I almost never pick up my phone when it's like random numbers. So like there was like a 98% chance I would have not picked that phone call up, and I did for some reason. And I literally should have just not. And I should have like I should have forced myself to go back and fucking like live in my mom's basement and like do a neat grind to like start my own business. And my life literally would have entirely changed the trajectory of everything that I've ever done.
No, actually, you've done a business before, because I was like, I tried to do that and it didn't work because I didn't have like enough starting a business experience. But you did the yo-yo thing, so you probably could have did it.
I did the yo-yo thing. I did the audio shit. Like I did the tennis thing. Like I did so many.
Yeah, you fucked up. You would have been a fucking entrepreneur Chad right now.
Yeah, like I literally had everything and instead I just went and was a total normie for years. Thank God I like pulled up, dude. That was like we were very close to exploding the entire airplane there, but no, it's just like new things seem to just be stumbling in, right? And I guess it seems that over the last 2 weeks, everybody's figured out, oh, like Lucas is like doing like crypto biz dev stuff, and now I have all these people who want me to do like help them write their white papers, come up with like media narratives, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. advisement positions, consultancies.
That's what you need.
It seems that dicking around in Twitter and Telegram group chats is unironically like one of the highest EV things that you can do.
I could say I'd agree with that. I'd say most.
I also
best.
like. Have you noticed too that like as you've as you've like financialized all of this crypto stuff, like I don't really like. I go into a group chat and if there's like no potential to redirect these people to like make money in any way, I just sort of like leave. Like I love gossip and drama and all of this shit, but my brain just like doesn't look at it anymore now because it's like there's no money here. Like
yeah, there's only but so much I care about gossiping. Also, actually, and it's like literally like 5%, and I don't because you'll notice me if I'm not like getting either I'm the center of the drama because I'm causing it myself, or I don't care and I won't be active.
Yeah,
so
like the train shit. I just didn't like. I still haven't watched the video. I get the idea that there's some sort of like weird racially charged dispute where some homeless guy killed someone or didn't kill someone or something. But like, I haven't watched the video. I'm never gonna watch the video.
It's like vaguely. So like, interestingly enough, I feel like it's not even that. It's like racially charged only because people are different races. It's more of like a. It's almost like a like if they were the same race, it would be. Well, I mean, if it's kind of more of a homeless thing, homeless to vagrant thing. I mean, it became racially charged because you can't have anything with black people now and not be racially charged. But it's a very interesting situation. I thought it was kind of a curious, like if this was like law school, like an interesting case study of like what happens if you manslaughter in self-defense accidentally. I don't know. But then there's a guy fucking practicing BJJ on the person at the same time. But anyway, not that it's annoying fucking discourse. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Discourse was cringe.
Yeah, well, it was just one of those things where like I went into group chats and everyone I saw talking about it, I was like, "You're not one of the people who I like, you know, like go out of my way to talk to." So, you know, I'm fine just ignoring this as a subject. Like, you know, it's like there's a specific group of people who I just like. Everything that they say is just like. It's very much so like the clucking hen thing, you know, like a specific group of like girls where like I generally like I'm a big like e-girl supporter, but yeah, some it's just like
there's no money to be made in this conversation. I'll tell you that.
Well, and it's also just it's like fucking boring, dude. Like I don't. It's like, oh, we're gonna debate like what, like the virtue of like Audrey Horne's femininity for like who fucking cares, dude? Like this, these are literally like they're not even like e-celebs. They have like 20,000. These are just like people.
These are just people with
like normal fucking people, and we're doing this like
if you have 20K.
Like, yeah, it's like doing like a level of like political analysis, right, on like a candidate's like presentation and it's just like holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that it's like, yeah, you're just in the mix. You're not really like important in the mix.
And it's especially funny too because like I was in Pepe at the time, right? So I'm like refreshing the chart and I'm like looking at the group chat and like it goes up another 10% and I'm like, wow, like guys, I just made $1,500 while you were being huge losers talking about this. Like, that's is anyone happy for me? You know, like we want to keep.
That's how it works, though. Honestly, that is what kept me out of, or keeps me out of, like drama. Ultimately, it's like anytime I'm like because when you post about like alpha on the timeline, no one cares. You'll get 0 likes, and you're like, all right, that's how I know this is a good play.
Posting about drama gives you a huge fucking.
But then you get a huge dopamine boost for if you post about drama whatsoever.
Yeah, I could have done a bunch of great attention farming takes about whether like Audrey Horne or Kate Jardin's secret is actually like the more based trad wife yesterday.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's like I don't care. I will say my piece as I want to do about every topic, but I don't care that much. What I do care about, however, is learning about how to high leverage
Milady. Yeah,
that's what I'm learning.
It's not necessarily that I don't care about the drama, right? It's that like I care about 500 different things. I think the drama is like epic and funny. And like I can have a lot of fun sitting there absorbing myself in it and thinking about it, but like there's 500 other things that I can do that too, and some of those things make money, right? So
it's also like when you're in like market, when the market volatility is back, I just do not have time to care about that. Like it's like every second something.
It's the same thing with video games, right? Like everyone is like, oh, like why do you hate on video games? It's like I don't. Like I think video games are fun, but it's like the same fundamental part of your brain that you use and train up when you're playing video games can make you like extremely good at business, right? Like it's you're
it's the same feedback loop.
You're financializing the wrong thing, and that's like why video games are bad. It's not because like they're unfun or gay or anything, but it's because like you're using the same part of your brain to enjoy video games as you could be using to enjoy like a fun financialized business entrepreneurial game.
Yeah, and, also weirdly enough, I never expected this to happen, but I just had the realization like today or yesterday, I guess, that I've like worked for 2 video game companies, so I've like technically helped make video games. And like if I was I'm not a video game dev, but if I was a kid, I'd been like, oh wow, you were in a video game company. We wanted to do that, and it just kind of happened because of crypto, because everyone's in GameFi now.
I'm meeting a lot of like crypto game devs lately, and I'm always kind of confused about it because like like everyone is a crypto game dev, but like name a crypto game.
No, that's the thing. So that's why everyone. So all of a sudden, I've been getting a lot of attention. I made that article, which I didn't expect to matter at all, but I started getting a lot of like business stuff because of the article. Because I have been in GameFi for like about a year or so, and now people are like trying to be like, oh, hey, you want to consult for our crypto game? I'm like, yes, I do. I would love to, actually, as it turns out. And so now here, that's why I've been up talking to different peeps during the consensus and stuff. So here I am, rocking like a hurricane, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see who the first game that actually takes off with crypto stuff is going to be. I've been talking to
DeFi King. Yeah, but it died really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, it was literally a clicking game.
Yeah.
They basically put a UX over like an LP and, buying and selling like we already do.
Yeah. It was very like, I don't know.
I think there's a space for that. It's just that it's not a game per se. It's not a game, but it's like not like as it can, there's more that can be done.
Yeah. I thought the funniest thing about that was like as it was going up, everyone was like mocking it for just being a clicking game. And like everyone was like, dude, like, no, it's actually good. Like, trust me, bro. Like, and as the price kept going up and up and up, it was like a very convincing argument. And then like when it went from like 7 cents to $20, we were like, yeah, maybe it is a good game. And then it went back to 7 cents, and it's like, no one's playing it.
Now this game is trash. Fuck this game.
Yeah, like and it's a funny sort of look into video games where the whole thing that makes video games good, right, is like are we getting our dopamine cummies from this? And it's funny because when you do the clicking and the dopamine cummies go from being like you literally get to see the point at which people find enough dopamine for it to be valuable enough to participate in, right? Like if you do it and it gives you like $5 per click, then people love it and they're just sitting there click spamming. And if it gives you 1/50th of a cent per click, then everyone is like, it's not fun. And there's a gradient though, right? Like depending on how poor you are, you're going to start having fun at some level of like dollar increase in your clicking, right? So you literally get to see like a dopamine reward curve in terms of financialized asset accrual.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I mean, like that's also I was talking to this. I was in consensus. This is very similar to what happened with this ape, and we were hanging out with this mutant ape, the one that took the picture with Thad, the little Asian kid that was getting choked by Thad. In his picture, I don't know if you saw that on Twitter.
No, I didn't. I think it was in Tokyo.
No, it happened like this week. It was like on Thad's
Korea.
Whatever.
Maybe I'm just not on the timeline.
It's a picture of Thad like in a Milady shirt, grabbing some small little Asian ape, right? And I ended up hanging out with that dude later on by accident at like a dinner, and we were showing him Milady's because obviously they've been going up all weekend, right? And he said something very interesting to me that I just. Because so first, like we were talking about Milady's and all the blah, blah, and then he was like, okay, that's interesting. He's like, what are they about? And we were like talking the network spirituality, all that shit. Then he says two things. First, he's like, what's the roadmap? And then Chuba's like, well, there's no roadmap. It's like you join the network and the network kind of builds stuff and then things just show up and yada, yada. And he's like, okay. And then like ultimately after all the conversation, his idea was like, oh, if it hits 10 ETH, then I'll buy it. and that shows it's like legitimate. And I'm like, wait, what? There's like a price that it like reaches legitimacy in the ape's brain, and like none of the other stuff mattered. None of the IRO networking, none of that. He goes, when it hits this arbitrary $20,000 threshold.
With like Remilio's, it wasn't a real NFT collection until it hit 1 ETH. Like it just did
now
an
people
hour
care.
ago, and now it's finally like real, right? And like everybody, like different communities have like different standpoints for like where it matters to them, right? But like it's not like as simple as like the community did stuff and it's good. Like a lot of these people literally need it to be like worth a certain amount.
Yeah, it's more legitimate when number go up, but it has to have like I mean, like I understand the 1 ETH floor kind of, right? Because there's a lot of projects
buying shit for like 0.3 ETH does just feel like weird, scrappy rodent shit, right?
Yes,
like you feel like you're on the ground, like scraping the carpet for like cocaine granules that have like fallen off your plate or something.
Exactly. Whereas but the 10 ETH floor for Milady's to be considered real, it's such a bored ape thing.
Yeah. Well, it's also funny because at the same time Milady's hit 10 ETH, apes are going to hit 10 ETH.
Yeah, the flipping is
real. That's literally going to be the point at which they deflate. Like they're just getting like BTFO'd all over the place.
Yeah, he's a mutant ape, so they're gonna get flipped like next week practically.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's a mutant. That's very.
He's a mutant ape.
Yeah, dude. I think so. This is what's been really funny about this whole meme coin pump is like it's literally been a. It's literally been a Milady asset value stimulus, right? Like all of the people who made all of the meme coins are Milady's. All of the people who profited off the meme coins are Milady's. All the people who profited off of like Pepe and shit like that. Like it's literally like Milady's just got a collective like $100 million stimulus, and they pumped it all back into the Milady ecosystem. And like a lot of them are doing degen shit and just like losing their money flat out. But like a lot of them also are just buying Remilios, buying Milady's, buying Bonklers. Like one of the guys who made a fuck ton off of Wojak just bought a Bonkler. So like, like our shit is getting pumped turbo hard.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
and it's not like
it looks like Pudgy Penguins is about to get flipped.
Yeah, like like no, it's literally like we were tallying up the total Remelia ecosystem value, and it's over $100 million.
That's
in terms of market cap, right? It's like 70 million for Milady, and then some amount with Remelios and banners.
Damn, it's 70 mil for Milady. That's sick.
Yeah. Milady's are like a 70 mil market cap.
That's crazy. Good for them.
Yeah, like we fucking did it, dude. And it's like all of this stuff. Like this isn't like a weird obscure crypto niche thing. This is like the actual broad crypto Twitter asset rotation. It's going from majors to alts to meme coins to Remelia NFTs. Like this is the premier. They are the premier project. They are the top in volume. They have been for a while. And also, it's hilarious that like Blur picked Milady and over apes to use the collateral because apes are illiquid largely. In there too. It's apes, Suzuki's, and Milady's.
It's punk Suzuki's and Milady's.
Really?
Because apes are illiquid. They just have a high price because no one's selling them.
Oh, that's like, so funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's like that was what all of this was designed based on, right? Like it was like
Charlie did all the liquidity stuff to make sure that they had liquidity at the floor at all times.
Yeah, like I mean, we made sure that NFTFi was going to be like a very base part of our collection value because we understood that like like if you have an asset, you want the asset to be doing trading volume so that everyone who is hosting the asset can make fees, right? It's just a basic thing. If like nobody wants to go and hold something that isn't bought and sold frequently because it's totally illiquid.
Yeah, then it's worth virtually zero.
It's a pain in the ass to like unload something like that. It's dangerous to be holding it even.
Yeah, which is why apes are going to get flipped because they will not sell until it's too late, and then they're all going to sell at once. And
that's going to be super funny. There's going to be like a massive floor hunt. It's going to be like price discovery in reverse.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Like because the thing about it is they've never really experienced any kind of like wavering prices because it blew up to the bull market and then it's been illiquid since.
Yeah, and then everyone has been holding them because they're like, I'm part of the greatest crypto community on earth.
Exactly. Like, now, and if you look, their floor is just creeping down because all you need is that one person to go, I'll put my price 5 ETH lower. none of them selling, but I'll put it 5 more ETH lower. And then so they're all effectively worthless very soon. I mean, not worthless, but like they're not like moving the way they used to. And they probably will all disappear at once, which is very funny to me. And the prophecy must be fulfilled. Milady to 100 ETH.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off. I never minted any banners, just because like they were minted out before I could fucking get any.
Yeah, I actually had a banner. Wait, I did mint a banner, but I sold it because I'm stupid, and I was like, I don't know if I like these, and I just left it at that. And now I realize I regret all that decision.
Yeah, I mean, I should have had... my other big fuck up is, like, I have all of my Miladies in the same wallet, so every time we get, like, whitelist for all this shit, like, I should have gotten 5 free Remelios, which would have been, well, not 5. I guess at the time I should have gotten, like, fucking 20 free Remelios, which is now, like, $40,000. And it's like, I sort of fucked up. Like, that was a little silly. There's so many times in crypto where it's like if I had just distributed my tokens across multiple wallets, I would literally have like...
Yeah, no, that's actually a mistake I have made a million times over, and I hope to not make it again, but I probably will, because I never do the wallet. Like, whenever I keep forgetting that, like, you get something cool, you have to spread it across the wallet so that like you get all the free, and that's what people do better than that's like what like people who make a lot of money on NFTs is really that they.
I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to pay gas fees.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'll be I'm too fucking like poverty minded about it. I'm
exactly.
like, but like it's not guaranteed. Why would I spend gas on this? And then like, yeah.
But no, you have to have it across 5 wallets. So then you get 5 times the fucking whitelist, and you get 5 times the fucking, and then so I need to just stop being cringe and poor brained. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really dumb and bad, man. I don't understand why I do this to myself.
But we're the Milady crew, we're so back. Remelia's taken over. It's been prophesied.
I mean, it's not like it was ever a super
whatever. We tried a new one. If it starts freaking out again, then I wasn't even using my correct microphone for that, so I'm actually glad it stopped it. I was using my Mac mic instead of my actual mic. So everything would have been echoey. But yeah, we probably should be farming airdrop for ZK Sync. I mean, I should have done that already. Also,
this is something I need to get. I need to get my girlfriend to start doing this. Actually, I'm trying to get her to get like enough airdrops to have like 50K on chain before the start of the next bull run.
No, it's true. It's important. Bob Lax is about to drop Hate V3. That's another one. You never fade Bob Laxative.
Wait, are we for real?
Yeah, Hate V3's coming. I'm about to take my.
But like, what do I do?
I don't know. He's gonna drop.
How do I
soon.
Farm my airdrops, bro? Give me the ultimate.
For Hate V3, I think the airdrop's gonna be very little. You just buy it when he launches it because that shit always has memeonomics to the max, and everyone's.
Does he do some sort of like crazy Ponzi shit?
Yeah. So Bob Laxative invented SafeMoon, but no one knows that because it was called Hate. It was like the Heaven's Gate. Everyone had like purple drapes on their faces. And the meme, they just copy and pasted Hate and put it on BSC, and that was SafeMoon. Like it literally has all the same notes. It literally says they didn't like change a single line of the contract, and they just put it on and they just called it SafeMoon, and it fucking went to the moon. So he invented the biggest Ponzi of the last bull market. And also, I mean, Hate itself was a big ass Ponzi. He made everyone a lot of money. He airdropped everyone he only put was it 17, whatever the number of people who were in the Heaven's Gate. I think it was 1776. And he airdropped everyone 2, and by the end of it, it was worth a $10,000 airdrop to the homies off of a coin we made at 3 a.m. So it's whatever. I don't fade Bob Lax, bro.
Okay,
I'll keep it. I'll be retweeting it because also that was the most fun I ever had in crypto Twitter was just memeing that fucking project.
Yeah, dude. Instead of retweeting it, you should message me privately and then let me buy.
All right, we do.
Phil before we shill, bro. We're
true. Good
we're
point.
Influencers now, bro. We gotta.
Bro, you gotta send me. You didn't send me Wojak or Pepe. What's going on, bro?
Bro. I didn't send them to you because I didn't fucking get in them myself.
Fair enough.
Fair. Already
I'll send it to you when it drops. I'm sure by the time that this episode airs, it will have dropped, and we'll look like fucking geniuses.
Either that or total idiots, and we'll have to edit it.
Hey,
out.
or like totally. But then
I realized we literally have enough followers to like pump like 100K market cap shit coins. Dude.
Yeah, we do. We genuinely do.
Literally enter like total dog shit coins and like retweet it and say like, let's pump this, bros, and then like.
Bro, I was pumping coins at like 5,000 followers. You don't even need that much. You just have to have people with money to blow. You don't need shit. If you make something with good memeonomics and get the boys memeing on it, it pumps to the moon. That's how Booba Hub made Scam. I met that guy too, Jesus, the black dude who did the scam. That was because of Booba Hub just like pumping it, and it technically according to the the total diluted value, it had like $100 million market cap. Even though it was just a liquid bullshit, it had like 5K liquidity. So we just kept market buying. You know, you can do dumb shit like that. But he made a lot of money off of it, so it's kind of funny. So shout out to him. Jesus is cool. But yeah, I don't know. We will definitely be we will absolutely during this bull market pump bullshit. Maybe we make raccoon coin. Just make Coon Coin. Coon Coin will go to the fucking moon for real. There's a
is Atavism still here? Did he go?
Yeah, I hear him talking. I hear him laughing. There's I don't know if this is a
dude. I'm looking at this little visual thing. I wish there was a way to get a screenshot of this. Your sound.
Yeah, my thing is clipping. I see it.
Because you sound kind of far away. You sound kind of
I sound.
Do I really?
Yeah, you do sound far away. Yeah, you did.
I'm right on top of the fucking.
Oh, now you are.
No, I'm. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think I was that far away.
I mean, my mouth is about 6 inches from the microphone.
My mouth is literally touching the microphone.
Oh, that's lit.
I am right on top. I am right on top of this bitch, man.
Hell yeah. No, oh my god, you fuck. They're gonna make
you like that.
Oh, but
you like that?
Well, look at your microphone. It already compresses.
We're clipping. Oh!
No, you're not clipping. Look at your waveform. I'm clipping. You're still not.
I would be clipping if I think my audio interface is actually preventing me from clipping.
Yeah, it is, which is cool. That's what I need to get. I need to get.
It has like a built-in compressor or some sort of weird shit. I don't know, dude. I have to say, I would not. I thought this interface was actually epic and great. It sounds good, but it fucking sucks on Mac because you can't change the buffer size in Mac OS. And something that's apparently the hardware on this thing is really good, and the software is just total horse shit. And so like I can't change the buffer size, which is why like, you know, sometimes when I'm recording off of my laptop, it'll do that weird like robot clicking shit. And it's just because it doesn't have I don't have the ability to like up the buffer capacity. And
I think I'm just gonna get a better microphone and then just do it in post because the Mac is not gonna allow me to behave. We do it in post, bro. Oh, you know who should get on? I don't know if this is real, and I'm memeing myself into thinking it's possible. You think we can get Tucker on our podcast? He's going on fucking random ass podcasts right now.
Tucker Carlson.
He left Fox.
Dude, I don't know if we're gonna be big enough, but yeah, I would.
He went on the random ass crypto podcast that they're a little bit bigger than us. They're making like an alcoholic beverage. They're like, but like it's not like it's a fucking big ass show.
Dude, it blew my mind that the Full Send. You know what I'm talking about? They had Donald Trump. Was that what you're talking about?
Oh, wait, they got Donald Trump on it? All right, they're a lot bigger than us then. Never mind.
They had Elon, too. They had basically...
All right, fine.
Dude, I was going to say, man, it's like I think we have like 300 listeners, man. I don't think we're getting...
500 listeners, okay? Full 500.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know who on Trump's team advised him to do that, but I think it was a good call.
All right, who's the biggest person you can think we can get right now? If you were like,
dude, that's depressing, man.
Is it depressing? That's depressing, bro. I got zero on when I had like literally 400 followers. Now he's a homie for that, but you can bat outside your league if you know.
We could probably get crypto cred on.
Oh, I mean, we can absolutely get cred on. That's the homie. We'll talk about anime the whole time.
Like talking to that guy, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, Cred's awesome.
Bronze Age Pervert, does he do any guest appearances?
So BAP owes me actually to be on my podcast. He never went on my old one. He does
Yeah.
owe
I
me.
just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't like the thing is, Bap knows like all of this stuff about like history. I'm like a total fucking history.
I don't know
zelf.
shit about
But, like,
history either.
It's actually just like the best case. I don't know. Maybe he would just talk about like weird bullshit with us, and that would be cool. But like, I feel like it's like a misuse of Bap to just bring him in and be like, you know, just having like a talk about like fucking like the techniques to commit insurance fraud. And, like, what the next shit coin is. Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's a good point. He was talking to Delicious Tacos about like degeneracy in like jumping around the world, but that's not our vibe either.
About Urbit. Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah, Urbit. Yeah, I would get an Urbit guy. I don't know how to. I can get any of the Urbit guys probably.
I have to set up my Urbit planet.
We could probably get Molebug if we really wanted to.
I was given an Urbit planet, and I've meant to set it up forever, and I simply never get to it because like the process of setting up another server, every time I think about it, my brain just like freezes and goes into hamster mode.
Yeah, that's the same with me. No, also now that I'm on my Mac, I'm not motivated to set it up. I had it set up on my Linux computer, and it got fried.
Yeah, I think they have their software like Port or whatever is actually really easy on Mac.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot. I keep going to the Urban events here in Texas, and I feel like a LARP because I don't have it set up. I go to their events all the time.
I think we're supposed to be going and hanging out in their group chats a little bit too. Just I don't know shit about Urbit, but I like the people, I guess. I still genuinely like I ask all of my real life tech friends like what is Urbit? How does this shit work? What's going on? And like 50% of them are like this is total vaporware, and the other 50% are like, oh, this is revolutionary. And like I'm genuinely just confused. Like I think I will simply never understand it, and I have to like it's like I imagine this is how like apes feel when they look at like Milady's cheering.
It is about that, yeah. It's the Miladies of internet. It's making its own internet. So, and it generally is. It's like peer-to-peer internet, but which is cool. It's cool. It's like censorship resistant for that reason, and it's also filled with interesting people. So I do want to be on Urbit, but I keep being a fucking lazy piece of shit and not setting it up.
Yeah, I just know I like the people, I guess, and that's
really what everyone who is on it says. Like they go on it because they like the people.
Yeah, no, like I don't. I could give less of a shit about any of it's the same way with like. Did you see there was that post yesterday where there was a bunch of influencers who there was another Pepe coin that was released in like 26 or something. They were like, oh, this is the original. Pepe, right?
Dude, buy our coin, please.
yeah. And it's like you think that retail is going to rotate into a different Pepe coin because it has an originally deployed earlier Ethereum contract. Like it's just like the most fundamental. It's always like the whiniest, bitchiest argument that anybody ever fucking makes too is when you say like, oh, like, well, like ours was first, and it's like the only time anyone ever says that is when they they underperformed so fucking bad that they lost out on like an entire first mover bonus to somebody who came like 4 years later, right? Like if you're that fucking shitty, it's just not yours, right?
Yeah,
like, they did it so much better than you that they've effectively rugged you, and no human living actually cares about who came up with the first version, right? It's like who did the best version.
Yeah, no, they're the real one now because yours was ass.
Yeah, because your price sucks, dude.
Your number is lower. Your shit is trash.
Bad technology.
We have a $1.6 billion market cap. What do you have?
Yeah, fucking Pepe had 100% revolutionary financial technology. Up only. There was nothing you could do to sell this bitch off, right? And it just exploded. Other Pepe, I don't know, dude. Go check that market cap out.
That shit has zero liquidity and full ass.
Predominantly by like DeFi and these other, like all these. It's just so ridiculous that you would be like, I don't know. Like I was just joking about like using my followers as exit liquidity, but like
I'm not joking.
At least you have to like. You have to be a little self-aware about it. You can't literally like
I wouldn't dump on the homies.
Creating a fucking narrative where like this stupid bullshit thing is actually going to be the Pepe money, the $1.6 billion of liquidity is going to be rotating into this coin that I just bought 3% of the supply.
Well, the thing is, I've learned in my time in crypto is that my followers have more money than me, and they're always like, "Thanks, bro. I made $100K off your call." I was like, "I appreciate it. I didn't make nearly that." Yeah. I appreciate your support.
I'm literally going to start. literally going to start including my address and shit as like a tipping address. This is so
no
funny.
one ever tips. I wish they did though. Fuck it.
They won't, but I think it's funny to like openly.
I'll put my fucking I'll put my DeFi wallet right here in the fucking comment section. Let's both put it.
Because you have everybody in crypto Twitter, like all of the big accounts, they're like LARPing is like hyper wealthy. I think it would be funny to have like big accounts that they're just like I'm openly poor and homeless. Like, I don't think does anyone else do that? Like
Gainsey shows how much he loses, but he loses so much money he has to be rich.
Loses all the time. But yeah, that's the thing. Is it's like the LARP is like in order to have lost so much money, you have to be like
yeah. I mean, I'm basically. I don't know. I wonder how many accounts
I think I'm literally the biggest account that doesn't have at least like $5 million on
you
chain.
Might, yeah, it's possible. I mean, I'm also like, for my size, I'm probably also fairly poor considering. But I have, we could just be like, hey, we're poor. Really we have a podcast, please.
Yeah,
help us.
I'm literally like the fabled counter trade in that, like everything that I actually do is like a perfect 100% counter trade. But like I do this stuff all the time where I'll like message the chat and I'll be like, oh, this would be a great buy right here. And then I like don't do it. And then in like another 2 hours, I'm like, oh, hey, did anyone buy this? And they'll be like, yeah, great call, Lucas. Like people have started to realize that like if I give someone a call, but I don't do it myself, it's 100%
that's the win.
Hammer. And if I give someone a call and I do it myself, then like it's just reverse it, right? Like everything that I have the conviction to actually go in on is like totally retarded, and everything that I just like look at it and offhandedly say like, oh, great entry, it's like brilliant, genius, 100% gilded, golden, awesome.
So I get a lot of positive feedback from my calls because intuitively, I guess I've been around long enough that I know when something's basically a guarantee, and if I shill it on the timeline, it's like I have like above 60%, I guess above 75%, probably realistically, conviction that it's going to do well. Or like, you know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm like, oh, this shit, I know it's got like hella runway left. And so people are like, oh, your calls are really good. But I'm calling things like, near certainty shit. Like Doge, when I was calling it heavy, it was at like 10% and had like the highest volume of it's ever had. And I'm like, this shit's going to fucking at least 50 cent. Right. So then I look like a genius. Or like Solana. It's like, all right, this is going forever. Things like that. Or like meme coins. Like
the big thing in crypto, the big message that everyone seems to like fuck up. And like, it seems that you literally need to be in crypto for like 5 years to understand and internalize this. But like, people need to just understand that when something starts ripping and everyone goes, oh my God, this is ripping so fucking hard. I've got to find the next this thing.
It's right? Just like, this thing. Just do this thing.
Like when Solana was popping off and everyone was saying, oh fuck, dude, like I got to find the next Solana. And then it was like, if you had just bought Solana at that point and held, you would have made more than every other alternative. I did the same thing.
That's real.
I did the same fucking thing with Pepe this bull run.
Yeah, I mean, like Wojak ripped, obviously, but like in general speaking, or like with apes was the same thing. Like I saw apes, and I was like, oh, it's at 2 ETH. That's like, it's not, I don't know, it would have been mutants. Mutants were at 2 ETH. I was like, oh, it's not going to go much further. And then it goes to like 30, right? Like if it's already popping, it just pops heavy. Like it just goes until there's no one willing to buy. It winds up being
this thing, right? Where like the entire market right now is literally capitulating into this meme coin, right? Like the liquidity on all other assets right now are drying up. People are market selling so that they can go and market buy Pepe, right? So like this is going to fuel a massive God candle, and then at some point everyone is just going to run out of steam, and like everyone's going to get killed
simultaneously. Yeah,
like we're very close to, and this is why like I tweeted out yesterday or maybe this morning, I don't know. I tweeted out the chart and I said like, this is 100% still going to go up more. And then it did. It like it went up like another like 50 or 100% since then. But I said like, but I simply cannot touch this because I know that I'm going to get trapped. Like I will mid curve this. I will enter. It will spike. It will red candle. I will say, oh, let's hold for the rebound, and then it will just go straight down, and I will lose all of my money, man. Like
my guess is it goes to like $3 billion, and then I don't think it's gonna flip Doge now. I mean, I have no reason to assume that, but just I don't know. I guess it could go forever.
I am not.
Never
I'm
call
not gonna
tops. It's too early.
I'm never going to call it. Yeah.
It's also
I don't know. All I know is that like there's going to be a blow off top.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go. And I still think this is an echo bubble. I think everything is going to go to sleep for a little while, and then I think we're going to get a chance to buy some nice lows. And I think buying a bag of this shit is not.
I'm preparing for the. I'm just gonna fucking use this as a write off and pretend this isn't happening, and then I'll catch the lows as my goal, because I don't think we're gonna go straight. Yeah, like all the not for Pepe, but for like just the market in general. I think that even when you come out of the bear market, it always it spikes and then it fucking dies off and then it like really starts. So I'm waiting for it to die off, and then I'll put all the shmoney in that I'm accumulating. I've seen this a couple of times now, so I do know there's always another entry. There's always
my big thing is like I'm starting to feel like there's like an AI driven sword of Damocles over us, where it's like if we don't make at least 10 million in the next 2 years, like it's over.
Yes, I agree. You gotta make double. You gotta make 10 mil before the end of the decade, or you're literally never gonna make it. That's a little
scary. That's a little scary. It's less scary now that I've like proven out to myself that I actually can do this, but it's still a little scary.
Yeah, it is pretty. Honestly, it is scary, but it can be done. Also, you got to remember, like, yeah, it can be done. That's it. There's no thinking about it. Motherfuckers are making $1 million off of $60 investments. So, anything can happen. Shit, I could, there's so many times I could, and also, like, there's so many free mints that have like turned into fucking like tens of thousands of dollars. It's like it's very doable.
It is really bizarre how much free money there is just floating around in crypto once you like get into the game. Yeah,
yeah, it's free. It's the money printer. So
the other thing is like, so the Arbitrum airdrop.
Yes.
Like everybody knew that was going to happen, and everybody like was like, oh, you should be doing these things to like farm it up, and like it's still printed, right? Like that's insane. Because like usually when you have a trade that crowded, it doesn't give you money. And again, for people who are not crypto people, basically what goes on is Arbitrum is this protocol. It's sort of like it's
an L2. It's an L2.
Yeah, I mean, I could say it's an L2. Nobody's gonna know it. It's like in the same way that like Ethereum lets you do, like it lets you swap assets for other assets and like create like applications on top of that. Like it lets you do all of that. There's some trade off where it's like it's faster, it's cheaper, it's less secure, something like that. But essentially, it lets you do the same things that Ethereum lets you do. And for using this ecosystem and moving money around on it, they gave you an airdrop. That airdrop was then worth money. Mine was worth like $16,000 or something. I just got $16,000 because I used their product, right? So like, and this isn't like an uncommon thing. This is like how people launch their tokens and shit, is they just like give money to their users, right? People who have done things or people they know or people who entered pre-sales or like any of these things, you just get the money. Yeah. And if you're like going around sniffing around for all this stuff, like the next one is the ZK Sync airdrop that everyone has been saying like you should be farming this.
Yeah, I need to start farming.
Yeah. We should all be bridging to this bizarre and annoying ecosystem and just moving funds around, swapping them. I don't know, playing games. I don't really know what I'm going to be using it for.
No idea.
But you should just do it, because if you move money around and
you get the airdrop, and then you're so in
number of transactions, and then you're simply going to be given free money.
Yeah, it was hard to explain, man. I just told everybody, I made, X amount of $1,000s for free, man, just because I bought like an NFT on Arbitrum like a year ago, basically. That was awesome.
Yeah, like you literally can't explain it to people outside of crypto because they assume it's like either illegal or that you're like lying as like, it's fake. Like you're saying this to flex on me and it's not real.
Now you just reminded me that I didn't do my homework of CK farming, so like I will be doing that when I get off this call.
Yo, I'm literally.
If I missed the ZK airdrop, I would literally kill myself. I had so much time to do this. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will happen. So.
I don't even really know what it is, but I'm literally going to go. I'm going to have a sit down with my girlfriend, and we're both going to farm up ZK wallets.
Yeah, just make 3 wallets
and have like a bot to like do all of this shit.
No, I mean, all you have to do, it won't even be like doing. It's like it'll be like legitimately make like 3 different wallets of send over like $500, and like do a few transactions, and you probably get it. You probably don't have to do that much. Like it's probably like you probably get the base or like slightly above the base from like swapping a few times. Because like the Arbitrum airdrop,
only 3 wallets. Only 3 wallets. Could you do more?
You can do as many wallets as you want. They have no reason to.
Okay.
I got a bunch of wallets on the.
It's just how much time. Like I'm lazy, so like I know I should make more money, but I'm not doing it more than 3 times.
It's like when I got whitelist for the small brains shit, and I wound up getting like a total like whitelist value of like fucking 300K at the top there, and I didn't
round tripped it. You round tripped it.
I literally round tripped a free 300K back down to like 10K. Like absolutely fucking embarrassing. But the reason that I got that was because they did this funny thing where they made you verify with your hand. Because they were getting like Sybil attacked, and so I had pictures of my hand, and I let my nails grow out, and then I got them really dirty, and then I like cleaned them, and then I like clipped my nails, and I like had them in different. So like I transformed my hand into like multiple different hands to get all of these wallets whitelisted, so that I could get the whitelist for that, and then fucking round trip the whole thing. I spent like 3 hours one Sunday doing all of this like ridiculous shit, getting whitelist, and then just fucking round tripped it. I still haven't. It looks like they've developed some sort of a game or something like that, but like none of the rares have sold for literally 7 months.
Ooh,
I know.
Not a good sign. Yeah, I don't know. This whole I'm an L2 farm. I think that's where, I mean, obviously everyone's doing shitcoins on Ethereum, but then like once the gas gets above $100, it's like, it's GG's. Like that's what ends up being.
It's so funny how like, yesterday they were like fucking like moms and shit learning how to use Uniswap and buying like $100 worth of Pepe coin, and now they're like trying to get their $100 worth out, and they're like, oh my god, it's $250, and they in order to swap
and you fucking
$370 gas fee, like
yeah, dude, like that's what always stops That's what stops it like every time. It's like there's around a level of, I think the most I've ever seen anyone genuinely willing to pay consistently was peak bull market, like $400. Like there was a moment
that was so fucking insane. But when it was just assumed you're just going to pay $400 every time you want to mint anything, every time you want to swap something. That was so.
But it was like it was actually warranted because you could make money. You could still come out in profit, which is out of control. That shouldn't be the case, but it was possible.
Yeah, like dude, I've loved the bear market because you can actually use cryptocurrency, right? Like without all of this shit being totally overloaded, like. It works.
Yeah. You realize, oh, actually, this is a legitimately good technology. That's why the build meme is like the bear market meme, because it's like, oh wait, this stuff is cool. And then like after you start making money, you forget that it's cool. You're like, all right, I don't give a shit. We're just making money.
Well, it just like I don't know. It applies this really weird like psychological effect to everything, because in order to actually initiate any sort of position, you have to pay like $500,000, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, that was why everyone missed the free mints, right? Like it wasn't like everyone was always like, oh, I can't believe I missed this free mint that wound up being $20,000. And it's like, I can, because like at the time of the free mint, it was worth $0 and it was a $500 cost to mint.
Yeah.
So like why, like this was the same thing with Milady too. Like I gave out so many free Milady whitelists. Like I gave, and like every free Milady whitelist, you got 2 Miladies, right? You got 2 free Miladies. I gave it out to probably hundreds of people, like people on right-wing lifting Twitter. I gave them to like Solbra. I gave them to like all of these people, shilled it, and nobody minted it. Mm-hmm. Nobody minted it. And now it's like, oh, I can't believe I minted it. I can't believe I just left like $20,000 on the table. And it's like,
yeah, gas was crazy.
Like I fully understand why you didn't do this. Like I'm not even like mad at you. I'm not even going to go back and like gloat at you, because like frankly, like if I wasn't working with the project, I wouldn't have done it either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is unfortunately the downside. And it's also typically what stops the growth from happening. Like it also is what stops all the bullish behavior. Is like once everyone. There gets to be a point when the cost per transaction just isn't worth it anymore. And realistically, it's around $250 where like you just stop seeing people doing anything.
That's also my point, is when I start having to pay $40, $50 for a swap, I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, like and I imagine
my ape bag, like my bag that I will just yeet into a coin with zero thought, is like half an ETH. So like that's $1,000. And if I'm already losing 10% on entry and exit, it's like
yeah, good point.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it has to be like, so I imagine this is the blow off top is going to happen soon. I'm not going to call tops, but I imagine, when gas prices gets crazy, then everything stops going up. So, and then and then people forget about everything, and then you can buy again. So I assume that will happen fairly soon. Or even if it gets down to like $20 gas regularly, I'm like, all right, we're back.
Yeah, the point at which I can like send money to myself for like $3 is really nice.
Yeah,
honestly, like Bitcoin fucking mogs, dude. Like Bitcoin just being able to like send a transaction for like 40 cents is so cool.
It takes like a half hour.
Yeah, okay. Well,
that's the issue with it. Really, it's not so much because all of this stuff would have happened on Bitcoin, other than the fact that it's a conservative network, if it didn't take a half hour to do shit.
Yeah,
that's why ordinals is like, I just don't understand it. I've never used it because I can't. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do NFT bullshit with 30 minutes between transactions. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, it's also really bad because it's like it's inherently applying like an ape-like market dynamic. Like it's making everything like Bored Apes tier in terms of like the markets just won't move because 30 minutes, like the block time doesn't give you enough. Like you don't have enough reflexivity to be responding to market moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like imagine if the stock market only updates you once every 30 minutes and you have to act based on that, but your actions don't go through for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Bro, actually, speaking of, this is a shitcoin idea that I think is going to actually happen that they were talking about. And I think it's such a funny meme that they're going to make Stonkcoin, like a stocks coin, and you can only trade it between 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And it doesn't work on the weekends. And they're literally they're building it now just as a joke. But that's like
funny. Yeah, I've had a lot of like something that I wanted to do is make a coin that like after it unlocks a market cap of $1 million, I want to turn off buys.
It's only sell.
just like force it to go straight down.
Did you ever buy the coin 10-hour rug that rugged after 6 hours? That pissed me off. That pissed me off so much. I was like, I was ready for the 10-hour rug, and I was like, "You can rug that 6 hours, you piece of shit."
Yeah, Atavism. I don't know if you heard about this one, but it was basically a coin that, like, they said in their documentation, like,
I did hear about that one though. Yeah,
we're gonna remove. We're gonna remove all of our liquidity in 10 hours. It's a guaranteed rug, but at least we're honest about it. And then they rugged fucking earlier.
Yeah, dude, I was so pissed about that. But I walked into that. I definitely walked into that myself. I deserve that.
There's so many funny ways to rug people with all this stuff too. Like the Wall Street bets shit was so funny because like basically what happened, as far as I understand, was like, so the coin went up a lot. It went to like some 100 million market cap level, and one of the guys found out that the dev was giving his friends like $25,000 airdrops. So they were just giving away some of their friends like 25 grand. And they were like, "Oh, like this is an abomination. This is like morally reprehensible." So like they like disavowed it by like selling the entire team market on the like selling the entire like team wallet on the market, or like removing the liquidity. They did something basically where like the chart went straight down. And then they made a public statement about how, like, yeah, we found out that he was acting in this immoral way and we just had to do something about it. It was so fucking awful. And everyone was like, dude, it's 100 million fucking market cap coin. Who gives a shit if your buddy gave away 25K to 3 of his friends? Who gives a fuck? This was not worth nuking the entire Ponzi and literally destroying $70 million of wealth, you absolute retards. And the guy's like, I don't understand why everyone's so mad at me. I just tried to do what was right. Like, and it's like the pinnacle of just like Reddit, not getting it, man. Like not getting crypto, not getting psychology, not getting any of this.
Have you guys seen Jared from Subway.eth on chain? Have you seen that guy?
the guy who's just been fucking
Sandwich botting
everyone.
Oh, sandwich botting everyone? That's a hilarious idea.
Yeah,
I'm doing
I
a sandwich attacks.
Flashbots RPC, so I am not getting smashed by that dude because that shit sucks ass.
That's just a really funny name though for a sandwich bot account.
Yeah,
he's definitely a Milady, dude. He's definitely a fucking Milady.
Jared, for some way, I'm pretty sure I know the account. It's one of the Twitter accounts because I remember someone buying that during
Jared. Yeah, Jared is literally like he's like a pedophile. Like that's the meme, right? So like that he's 100% like a Milady guy, right?
Yes, I'm trying to remember who. No, someone that we know owns that one because I remember when everyone was doing the buying of the ENSs and selling them shit. Someone was posting they have Jared from Subway. I can't remember.
I gotta get Hyperborea.eth. Somebody was giving.
Yeah, they were giving that away.
Yeah, I met that guy in Tokyo actually. He somehow he went to Tokyo and he was still so online that he managed to still make like $1 million from this shit.
That's sick. Yeah, Hyperborea is the good one.
That dude rode Pepe up until like today without selling like barely anything.
What a fucking Chad, dude.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I don't have the fortitude.
I do actually because I never do anything. That's just the thing. If you have the fortitude to round trip assets, you have the fortitude to half round.
That's a good point.
And I am a notorious round tripper.
You just have to do less, actually.
Yeah.
Or do
like
more. I don't know.
I 100% like I understand taking profits a little bit now, I guess. But like I really like don't like changing my state in any capacity. So like once I enter a position, it's a lot of fucking effort. Like I still haven't sold the small brains NFTs. I should have sold them during the Arbitrum run. That would have made a lot of sense, and I really regret not doing it. But you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's true. You need to have less fortitude, which should be theoretically easier than having as much fortitude as you have.
Yeah.
So it's about perspective.
Well, it's not even fortitude. It's just that I forget about it. I like don't.
Oh, you forget about it. So like, there's a thing. So typically the way that you sell. So I used to have a stock book. I don't know where it went. It's like one of the best ones, and it taught me and several other people how to trade. And typically speaking, there's like when it's after the peak, there's usually like a retest of the highs, or that, or like
80% rebound.
Yeah, that's when you sell. And like it don't fall into the hole. It's gonna come back shit because it won't. Or the other thing is there's usually like if you look at like higher time frames, typically speaking, the candle when you have like high volume for a sell candle, right? Or a buy candle that doesn't move much, like you have like peak volume ever. But the candle closes only a little bit above where it opened. That's usually the top because that's sell off. That's like someone with a big
that's everyone.
Sold
that
off.
Actually, that's happening with Ethereum right now.
Yes, and that shows that it's GG's. So typically speaking, you can sell on one of those moves.
Actually, go. This is so funny. Look at the Ethereum chart. Like right now, it's at like 1993 right now. It just tried to break out, but it had this huge fucking volume spike on. It was clearly like someone trying to reverse it, and then people were dumping a lot of fucking ETH at 2K. It made it up to 2017, and it just fucking heated straight down.
ETHUSD. Damn it! I'm using this website. I got a new website, and a new website to look at charts on. I don't know how to use it yet. I'm trying to change assets. You fuck.
You're not using TradingView, bro?
Nah, I'm trying to use Agger, AGGR.
Oh, the one that shows you all the fucking buy and sell orders.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like real proper, but I can't figure out how to change the fucking Oh, because I'm on charts.agger. That's why.
With the little things on, it's really funny to listen to.
It is very fun. But there we go. Oh, that's not it either. What the fuck? There we go. Charts.agger the trade. But for ETH, I want ETH, not Bitcoin. No, there we go. Oh, yeah. It's cheap. Yeah, this is fucking, it's done. Dunzo.
Yeah, no, that's the, it's going to do a little bounce here for sure, but This is when, and I was actually waiting for. This is super funny actually, because the amount of ETH that I'm selling into stable coins is going to make this irrelevant. But I was literally waiting until gas fees went down a little bit so that I could swap, which is like, it's super fucking bizarre. Like I'm waiting to save like a 0.01% on my transaction here, but.
Do you not keep it in exchange because of, a little bit of the risk in that, or is there a reason you just hold all your shit in a wallet? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just because I'm like a fucking phone trader, bro.
You're a phone trader?
Yeah, like I'm literally like yeeting into the.
That's very powerful. I could never do that.
Yeah, into
respect, but I could never be that. I can never.
Yeah,
do
like
that.
I'm like pulling up deck screener on my phone and like doing this like as I'm like driving around and shit.
Dude, I get paranoid sometimes if I open a crypto app or an exchange or something on my phone, because I've heard about people where somebody sees that and they steal the phone. They steal
Yeah, no, it's like it's objectively stupid. Like it's the dumbest thing ever. And I need to like not do it actually. I got yelled at it a bunch in group chats over the last 2 days. So I'm going to try and go full on computer poster guy. I need to get a hardware wallet actually is another thing I need to do.
You don't have one of those?
No.
So I can't even give you shit because I've done so much like with no hardware wallet, just on hot wallets. But I do actually have two now, actually, funny enough. I got one from work and one from life.
Your work gave you a hardware wallet?
Yeah. Well, I was doing so they just gave it just out of good practices, but also for a while there I was doing the buying and selling for Nifty Island, and they would give me a lot of fucking money and they're like, you cannot fucking continue to trade on your MetaMask. Like they're like, stop it. I was like, fine. I was buying and selling like NFTs for them. So, but also, actually, I kind of like it, honestly. It feels.
Which is your favorite hardware wallet? What do you like?
I have a Ledger. I like Ledger.
Is that your favorite, or is that just the only thing you have?
That's the only thing I have, but it's also my favorite, though.
Okay, well,
I've looked at them all before. I just like this is the one that I like.
Why do you like Ledger more?
It has a cool UI. It's like a very easy to use. I mean, I'm sure that
does it do like Bitcoin and XMR and all that shit?
You can get all of it
buy
in there.
shit with XMR, dude. I totally fucking this is so funny. This is so bad. I was in this group chat and this guy was like, "Has anyone ever considered that now that you have all this crypto that you just got for free, you can like go buy anything on a darknet market?" And
like what, bro? What do you think this was invented for?
Everyone started going and being like, dude, I can get like 2 pounds of meth for like 1 Ethereum. Like this shit is. Everyone was being like, whoa, dude, like this shit is free. Like it's only one. And there's that like weird disconnect. Like after these meme coin cycles where everyone makes like fucking 50 ETH and shit, and you're like, and then you go and you look at like what 1 ETH actually buys you in real life, and you're like, holy fuck, an ETH is big and expensive. But like on here, it's like
it feels like nothing.
On here it's like, who cares? I fucking lost 0.3 ETH in slippage on this.
When I had this, I had the same exact moment. Like my last bull market, I was like, my computer sucks. I was trading on my piece of shit computer, and I was like, wait a second, how much is a high end like laptop? And I was like, oh, it's fucking 0.25 ETH. I just spent that in fucking gas fees, you idiot. Buy a fucking laptop. So I was like, I started like upgrading all my shit because in reality, it's like when I was like at one point, an iPad was 0.1 ETH. It's like,
you have to fucking take profits, because otherwise, like Zor's rule about how like every time you hit like a net worth personal milestone or something like that, you literally just have to take 10% and like buy some random horse shit.
I agree with that.
Like, yeah, it's 100% real.
I do a thing where I send, if I make not even with the milestone, if I make like a big profitable trade, I immediately send 20% of that to the hardware wallet. Because it's a pain in the ass to do anything from the hardware wallet. It like adds enough.
Oh yeah, and it just locks you up.
It just locks it up, right? So I just go, all right, ETH over there. And so that ends up being a good like. Now you have a spot floor, right, for your net worth.
That's what I did with Arbitrum too. Is I bridged everything to Arbitrum, both because it was much. So if I said, oh, it looks like ETH is going to break out, I would just like swap over for like basically no money. But then also like I couldn't. So like I was saved from a lot of stupid shit, because in order to like buy at inopportune times, I would have had to bridge my shit back to Ethereum.
Yeah.
You know,
And then
it takes like 7 days, right? It takes like a week.
Yeah, well,
there's ways to get off it immediately, but it's still
it's just that it's a big pain in the ass, right? Like bridging anything is always just such a fucking pain in the ass. It's why I barely bought any of the Yayo NFTs because they were on Kanto, and I just didn't want to bridge. It sucks.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. You can send it to an exchange and then swap it on there. You know, send it out.
Yeah, but once you add
no exchanges have Kanto on there.
Right.
I could send it into and like going. That's still a pain in the ass though, because like in order to send it to an exchange, right, I have to fucking go and log into the exchange, which is like a 4-step like authentication process. I have to get out my phone, get out the authenticate. Like it's just it's so
you just want to make it less accessible though. That's like if you make it less accessible, you won't spend it as quickly. Or like if I have it in my browser, which I typically do, I make bad decisions. I'm like, oh, this is cool, buying it. And then you're like, oh, why did I buy that piece of shit? And I wasted all that money on it.
Dude, as soon as I bridged some funds over from Arbitrum, I instantly put like $10,000 in Pepe.
Yeah, exactly.
Without a fucking thought at all.
Yeah, you want to make it
like it went well, but it could have not.
But now I know why people who trade from ledgers and shit, they tend to make better trades. Like I'm always like, oh, all the people I know with a lot of money, they trade from hardware wallets, and it's because they have to like be conscious about the trade they're making. You know, like if I go, oh, let me like actually dip into my spot to buy this shit, I have to like go get the wallet, authenticate, plug it in, use Wallet Connect, and then do it the slow transfer with the 2FA and And then now it's like if I do this, it's like I really think it's worthwhile. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. And when you have high conviction like that, those are usually what makes you the money, from what I've noticed. But that's just for me. I feel like high conviction trades are what works for me. But that and like the shit, I'm like, I hate this. If I have high conviction about how much I don't like it, that also works.
That's funny. The reverse indicator.
Yeah, as long as it's high conviction of some sort, it's valid. Let's see. I feel like I'm starting to fade in vibes.
Fading vibes. Yeah, I mean, we've been going at it for, I don't know, how many hours?
Yeah, at least 3 hours.
Not the longest, not the shortest.
But we can record again tomorrow, honestly, or Sunday.
Yeah, we should actually just spam this shit because I got a decent amount of time now.
Yeah, let's just do a bunch of recordings.
That's not actually true. I'm actually extremely busy compared to how much I was when I was working. But like, this is a more productive use of time than a lot of other things that one might be doing.
Yeah, I'm down to legit like record a bunch this week too, because we need more, and also we can give, if we record a lot more, we can just give the Patreon like a bunch of hours free because they've been behaving, and we need to.
Yeah. We need to make sure that they get fed,
exactly,
fed water and all that shit.
Exactly. So we should record again just for them anyway.
Yeah, I've been staring at shitcoin charts for so fucking long that I've literally like I have actually like recreated the mental state of Adderall simply by like looking at charts for so long that it's like my brain knows the only other time in my life that I did this was when I was on meth, and it's like I'm in the zone, dude. Like it's the meth zone. I'm sitting there staring at the candles, being like, like I've got the pulse, bro. Like.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let me save this so that they stop. Whatever, my brain's dead.
When he gets older, he won't sound like this anymore, right?